Wow. I'm just going to start off the video by saying that I'm a fraud. Last week I did not drop I did not drop a chapter review because I was focused on this super long video. I was supposed to work on that video way before that, and I procrastinated until the last minute. We just lost a maybe 8-month, maybe 9-month streak of straight chapter reviews every week that it came out. So let's restart it. If you enjoy chapter reviews like these, make sure to like and subscribe. I promise I won't miss another week, okay? With me not actually making the chapter review, I obviously didn't read the chapter at all. So this video is actually gonna have 2 different chapter reviews within it. So if you want to watch the first chapter review, which is chapter 1175, the chapter from last week, then you can skip to that. But at the beginning of this video is going to be chapter 1176. The beginning of the video is obviously for the people who are here to see things about 1176. So watch this video in whatever way you want to. But let's get straight into it. Alright, we start off right where we left off last chapter with the insane explosion of lightning from Loki. Frankie's reacting to it and he's like, wow, it's one hell of a party over there, huh? Frankie, oh wait, this entire time, yeah, I just realized Frankie has been on the sidelines with freaking Lilith. Anyways, he turns his attention to her and he's like, what are you doing? Isn't Vegapunk in that box? And she says, it's a good thing I unloaded it near the school. These are Omni Drain Converters, ODCs for short. I'm fairly certain hover tech should be feasible on Elbaf. And he's like, huh? Don't you feel it? Over here, back there, this place is teeming with energy. It's all around us. Have you never tried harnessing anything stronger than cola to power yourself? Actually, that's a good question. We switch perspectives to I'll just call it the Nami group, because I'm pretty sure Sanji isn't here anymore. Like, there's no way he's here with them and they're panicking like this. It has to be the Nami group with that person and that person. Anyways, to read out what they said, one of them says, whoa, the flames have grown so much. This is a nightmare. The world really might be ending today. Did you see that thing? That dragon's so big, it even dwarfs Kaido. Then again, wasn't Luffy on his back? Does that mean it's on our side? Nami says, that dummy's always pulling some reckless stunt. Are you ready, Zeus? The fishman says, let's hurry. This will still be tricky, but at least we don't have to worry about the kids anymore. Robin is with Saul, and he's like, I'm sorry, I got no business lying around here at a time like this. Actually, I'm pretty sure this is Sanji right here. What the heck? But he's like, are you okay? And then we see Nami charging up an attack with Zeus. She's like, come on, this is urgent. We've got to put out the fires at the school and library. Leave it to me, Nami. I saved up plenty of water like you asked. And Sanji starts glazing, of course. He's like, that's our perfect Nami. She's ready for anything. And then she uses pouring rain tempo. Mind you, we have a fishman on our crew. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything beyond that. Actually, yes, I'm going to say something beyond that. Our number 3, Sanji, can conjure flames and take off the vines from Robin, right? And now we need someone to conjure water to help us, right? And the fishman, the F-I-S-H, fishman, doesn't have the water? Man, this is truly our number 5. Yeah, number 5 behind Brook. On the same page, we see Zeus like reacting to a monster in front of him. I'm pretty sure he's like, go away. And then we see killing him finally, and he's like, hey, this wasn't part of the deal. Who said you could put out the fire? Zeus looks at him and he's like, huh? And then killing him says, our terms were clear. You were meant to forsake all this world history crap. In the next page, damn, killing him hits Zeus with one of the imaginary monsters, and he's actually screaming out. So like, oh, actually no, he doesn't hit him. I'm pretty sure this thing bites him. That's what it does. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like, was it only me that I actually expected Zeus to be this kind of intangible creature that can't really take damage? I guess intangible isn't the word I'm looking for here, but I think you guys can like understand what I'm trying to say. Anyways, the people react to it and they're like, this is okay, I'm just gonna call this a lindworm, okay? I don't care about the I don't care about the pronunciation, okay? Bro, get me off of this island with these stupid names. Anyway, Sanji's like, he was our last hope to put out those flames. Who is that guy? And then the fisherman says, he must be one of the 3 demons. From somewhere else though, I'm pretty sure this is Lilith. She says the ODCs are engaging. And then we see the ODCs on their way, and she says thermal energy absorption. The fire starts being absorbed, but then everything just starts turning to ice. Yeah, that's exactly what they say. Obviously, Killingham is confused. He's like, what is that thing? And then they're like, the flames are out. Wait, everything's frozen. Robin's then like, what happened? And then Saul says, it seems like they did it. The fires in the school and library have all extinguished. And then we see Lilith, and she's like, even calamities are ultimately just clumps of energy. Frankie, take this for a whirl. Frankie looks at it and he's like, hold up, this bottle looks like it's gonna burst. Yup, I call it Super Vega Cola. Your internal structure is beautiful. You're at least on par with the pacifista, but I was shocked to learn you managed to run yourself on plain old cola. Listen good now. Your fuel is your passion. When you use this stuff, your power will explode. Hold on. Maybe the fishman's gonna go down to number 6. Show me something, Frankie. Zeus got eaten. And Zeus is like, it's so dark. Nami, save me. Robin's continuing to talk to Saul. She's like, can you make it to the library? And then Saul says, of course I can. Robin, you must be very sick. All the history was left to us by O'Hara. But Killingham is close and he's listening, and he's like, devour the library, Dream Demon. Don't give them even the faintest glimmer of hope. A new world can only be born by severing things like history. Okay. I'm saying this because, like, again, Killingham looks way too freaking cool to be so much of an absolute D-head, bro. Am I bugging for saying that this is, like, probably top 1 Holy Knight design? I don't know if I'm forgetting someone. Like, I'm definitely not taking, like, young Fartling over this. But maybe the Fartling who had the beard when, like, Shanks came back, he's, like, a close second. But, damn, Killingham just looks so cool, bro. Oh, hold on, chat. Okay, hold on. I scroll down, and I'm seeing the fishman actually doing something? Okay, let me... Show me something, bro. Nami, leave Zeus to me. He'll cough him right up after a strike from my fist. And then Killingham looks at him and he's like, whoa, is that a fishman? They really are the most repulsive race in the world. If anyone's going to gag, it'll be me. Good thing I've... What the heck? Chat, wasn't it a theory that Killingham himself was a fishman? It's either this guy's a COON or, like, he's just not one, and his teeth are just like that for some reason. Chat, I just scrolled down and I saw some smoke. And when there's smoke, there's fire. And when there's fire, there's Sanji. That elitist attitude and gross ideology is typical for a celestial dragon. You really must be out of touch if you don't even recognize a former warlord like the Fishman. Now, how are you gonna pay for insulting a member of our crew? How about I kick a hole in that precious mask of yours? Oh, Chad, I need new pets. Frankie's over here fired up as well. He's like, super, my jumping power is unreal. All my muscles are raring to go. With this boost, any monster that crosses me is gonna be crying for mercy after just one hit. Super strong, Fishman Karate secret technique, and Ifrit Jambe? Alright, hold on, before I continue, okay, so Frankie should be aiming for like one of the monsters. The Fishman is aiming for one of the monsters as well, the monster that actually ate Zeus. And then Sanji's aiming for Killingham. Okay, Oda, show me something. We see Sanji like flipping in the air, so this is obviously a concussor. And we also see Frankie going towards the same monster, so it's pretty likely that like the Fishman and Frankie are going to have like a combo attack. And then we get a double spread. Oh my gosh, hold on, chat. Hold on. Is this my thumbnail? Where's Sanji at? Actually, let's just go in order because I can't really see the full double spread because my mic is in the way. On the right, we have Frankie shooting his punch at the monster, and then the Fishman combos with Frankie and hits it with a Vagabond drill. And then to the left, we see Killingham get hit in the head with a concassor. Oh my god. Bro, I just changed my pants, bro. I gotta go get more pants. Now, I will say that this doesn't necessarily mean that Sanji has done anything of note to them yet, right? Because, obviously, he can take this damage and then Killingham can just come back, right? We need that advanced Conqueror's Haki, and I don't think I have enough pants for that. We switch to the West Village where Dory and Bragi are, and they're going against, of course, Zoro and the other giants. With the regeneration, we could keep cutting them down over and over again for eternity, and every one of them is a familiar face. Just seeing them get hurt pains us too. What the hell can we do to stop this? Suddenly in the next page, they start like freaking breaking down? Okay, what the heck's going on? Also, where is Zoro? Like, what's going on? Dory and Bragi are talking to each other. They're like, Dory, are you still in there? And then Dory says, I'm barely hanging on, Bragi. Oh, okay, so that's where Zoro is. What the heck? We're in utter disgrace. How could we ever allow such mindless insults against an esteemed elder like Ja Rule to cross our lips? Taking his head would stain our honor for generations. Right. It never should have come to this. We're in agreement then. Of course we are. We will never yield to these demons. As they're saying this, they're like, farewell partner, a whole century of duels. We had a grand time together, didn't we? We are warriors of Elbaf. Oh wow. I was not expecting this at all. They just die. What? They decapitate each other and say there's nothing left for us to do but to die with pride. Wow, I was not expecting this at all. Zoro and everyone is shook. They're like, Dory and Bragi, why did they do that? And then we see them on the floor and then, oh my gosh, chat. You remember I mentioned earlier that I can't really see the full scope of a double spread because my mic is in the way. So I couldn't see the left side. I go to the left side and I scroll down to see what I'm Bro, they're still alive. Okay. Beautiful, bro. Absolutely beautiful. I'm not even gonna lie. This is crazy. I was not expecting. Look, I would have loved if they just died right here, but no. No. They just come back to life somehow. Alright, bro. Jaru's like, what? You're both back to normal? Their heads are even back in place. Then that means death breaks the demonic curse. Our gruesome corpses weren't a pretty sight for you all, but it seems your body returns to working shape the moment you're flipped back. There's no need to hold back. Now we know, we just need to land fatal blows and they'll be restored. That means lopping off their heads will work. We can even gouge their hearts out, but that's totally out of the question. I mean, they're our friends, right? Bro, why would they say that? And Zoro in the middle, he's like, so we can go all out against the rest, huh? Okay, Zoro, show me something, bro. Okay, you was low diffing the giants, bro. We don't care about that. I need something great out of you. Also, who does Haruden think he is, bro? Like, I don't even care about the other people. I don't even care about this guy right here. Who the heck is that guy? But Haruden, bro, what are you about to do? Hey, get all the kids back home. They shouldn't be here. I kind of feel bad. And then the final 4 panels is of the 4 giants. They're like, yeah, this is really breaking my heart. Mine bleeds for them, honestly. My chest aches too. We're all very reluctant, but you guys better brace yourselves. Bro, these 2 on the left, why are you here? okay, it's jokes at the end of the day, bro. Come on, chill. I know we got some like Haruden shooters in the comments, bro. Chill out. Anyways, I really like that chapter compared to last chapter, which I reacted to before this. This is a 9. This is a 10. We got Sanji, bro. You know what? I'm gonna just end it at that. We got Sanji. Okay, I don't gotta like explain anything else. Okay. For the people who just wanted to see 1176, you guys can click off of the video now. For the people who didn't watch my 1175 review and want to just see it now because you're in the mood for it, you can continue watching. But do as you want, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Alright, so this is for the people who skip forward to find the chapter review for 1175. I'm reading it for the first time myself. I'm not gonna lie, like, I don't know anything that happens in this chapter, so let's just get straight into it. And of course, if you actually want to see my reaction to 1176, finish this part and then go all the way back, okay? Alright, the first panel is Sanji saving Robin, bro. Oh my gosh, this is what I missed out on. Are you kidding me? Come on, bro. So Sanji nonchalantly saves Robin. Nami's like, thank goodness. And then Robin says thanks. Oh, Sanji doesn't even reply to her thanks. He just has a ellipses. That guy says that's our Sanji, and then that other guy, the fishman guy, says, so those vines are weak to higher temperatures. Alright, I guess that does make sense, right? Wait, does it make sense? Aren't these the same vine? Wait, hold on. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm genuinely forgetting. Are these the same vines that are used on the kids? Honestly, it's just it's funny that I'm asking this question because, like, it's gonna be only a select few people who are gonna skip to the end to find this part of the video. So, whatever. Anyways, the reason why I was asking that is because maybe the fishman guy couldn't like do anything to it because his power is water instead of fire, so like it doesn't really work that way. But we see Sanji reacting to someone. Robin's like, there's no time to celebrate, and then Sanji's like, yeah, this hockey and that roar just now. And then I'm pretty sure as Sanji continued to talk, he says, what is that massive shadow? And that is Loki. We see everyone who got saved by Loki in West Village. Oh, that's kind of crazy. The vines are still on them despite them being saved, right? So everybody's there, and then we have the soldiers who are fighting against the Domi Reversi giants, and they're like, Loki, the village isn't safe. Take the kids somewhere less dangerous. And then Loki's like, not my problem. They went and jumped on my back, I'm just dropping them off. Oh my gosh, bro. I scroll down and I see like another look. Bro, is that, wait, which, that bird looks so familiar. I'm trying to remember what that is. Loki has one of the nightmare birds in his mouth. Again, I don't remember what that is. Oh, it's reminding me of one of the five elders. That's what it was. Okay, never mind. Anyways, Loki's like, all of you climb down now. And then Luffy's looking down. He's like, oh, it's Zoro. Hey, who the heck is next to Luffy? Do you guys see the... Who's that large figure next to Luffy? There's no way. I'm not even gonna lie. I have no idea what that... Is that Panda Man? It couldn't be Panda Man, bro. What is that? Okay, never mind. Jaru announces that the children are safe, and obviously everybody's like, thank goodness. And then he announces that there are no more hostages to worry about. Oh, okay. That wasn't Panda Man. Bro, I didn't know the little like freaking Ragnar could become this big. Or was Ragnar always this big? No. Okay, whatever, bro. Anyway, Zoro's talking to Luffy. Zoro's like, you guys took your sweet time. And then he's like, don't tell me that dragon is. And then Luffy's like, yep, that's Loki. But this place should be safe with you here. And then Zoro's like, yeah, that's no problem. But since you've already gone giant mode, can you take care of those dream monsters? The huge ones that are like wreaking havoc throughout Elbaf. Because Elbaf won't last long if we leave them be. We then see a whole bunch of thorns just continue raining down. And they're like, we have to get the children inside. From somewhere else though, Summers is like, give up already. And then they're like, that creep's still after us. He continues to say, I ain't gonna let any of you trash heaps survive. You cheated me out of that touching moment. Luffy just staring at Summers just talk to himself. He's like, actually, this might be for the best. Since the brats were saved, I haven't failed the mission yet. I can still take them to the Holy Land as planned. But first, I'll finish off their dying parents. Taste my rapid fire thorn launcher. Oh my gosh, he turns like his freaking like thorns into like these creatures that are shooting more thorns. That's ridiculous. All the little kids pull up in front of the parents and they're like, I won't let you. This time I'm gonna save mom and the rest. Summer starts crying once again because he's like, oh my gosh, you guys are priceless. At this point, screw it. I don't even care about the mission anymore. I'm just grateful I get to kill you guys myself. Now, who's going first? He then says, I'll never forget the brave looks on your simple faces. Say goodbye now. And then the thorns are starting to drop towards them. And they're like, I'm gonna protect you, mommy. And then in the next double spread, all of the thorns are being deflected out of the way because of Zoro. Luffy's looking at him, he's like, way to go, Zoro, I knew you had it in the bag. And then Summer's like, who did that? And then Luffy says, Zoro, he's a member of my crew and don't you forget it. And he's holding lightning in his hands. Yeah, it's over, bro. That boy Luffy is locked and loaded. He aims at Summers and he's like, huh? And then, oh my god, Luffy hits him with a booming Dawn Thor rifle. Just an absolute, is it a blitz job? I have no idea, bro. Like, he's saying, huh? I don't know. Like, he's just watching him as Luffy's aiming it. So it's like, I don't think this is a blitz. I think he just wasn't expecting Luffy to attack him. I don't know. This is just really dumb. Anyways, yeah. Wow. Look at this panel, chat. By the way, how many freaking double spreads have we gotten this freaking chapter already? 1, 2, 3, and then 4 double spreads? Yo, Oda's blessing us right now. Anyways, yeah, Luffy punches the crap out of him. Advanced Congress hockey everywhere. Oh my gosh. The vines drop from the kids, and then we see Luffy and everybody's glazing him. I finally got to see it. Luffy-kun's white form. He really does look just like Nika. And then Ripley's on the floor, probably passed out after freaking like taking all those pricks from the thorns, and she's like, I believe he's the one, the warrior of liberation. Summers is still coping. He hasn't fallen yet, and he's like, did you say Nika? That's just a tall tale told to scare kids. I'm pretty sure this is Loki smashing Summers into the ground, and he's like, well, time to go. And then we see people's reaction to it. They're like, ah, it's a real Nidhogg. We're with Chopper and Gabon, and Chopper's like, is that? And then Gabon doesn't say anything. And then whoever's with them, I don't actually know who it is, but they're like, that's Loki, alright. This is the first time I've seen him like this too. Gabon starts thinking back to probably him or Shanks saying this, where they're like, so you're saying Elbaf's national treasure is? And then probably Ja Rule says, it's a forbidden devil fruit. And then we see Ja Rule continue to explain it. The mythological dragon fruit modeled Nidhogg. It is said that whoever eats it can transform into the world's most colossal dragon. The size of the creature is relative to the initial size of whoever ate the fruit, of course. Think of it this way, a giant would grow larger than a human undergoing the same transformation, and an ancient giant's growth is naturally even greater than that. That combination is what brings out the devil fruit's true potential. They say this dragon breathes lightning, and when it flies, its jet black body can turn day into night. Shanks then asks, so the fruit was forbidden and hidden due to its immense power? And Ja Rule says, not quite. It's just been protected by the Hammer Guardian Ragnir. In Elbaf, there is a legend about a god of war who fought with Ragnir. It is said that he took the form of a giant dragon and he locked horns with the sun god. He was accompanied by a loyal partner, the eye squirrel okay, bro. To make a long story short, after his master died, they say the loyal rat came to possess the weapon Ragnir and awaits his master's return. Or so the legend goes. Alright, I mean, obviously that's the reason why Ragnir was like, well, I say Ragnir, I'm talking about the rat here, but, like, didn't the rat turn into the freaking hammer? Am I bugging right now? But anyways, Ja Rule continues talking, and he's like, but it seems Ragnir is no longer acting as a guard for the fruit's power. It's finally made its choice. We get another double spread, oh my gosh, bro, and we see Loki. Oh, okay, that's an Orlaw, bro. They said he finally made his choice. It chose Loki, and we see Loki roaring in the sky. He then uses his like breath. He's using like freaking lightning breath to attack what seems to be Domi Reverse Sea Giants. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure he's attacking the freaking Dream Monsters. That's what it is. I looked at it wrong. We get another double spread on top of that. What the heck? Yo, Oda was in his bag. We got a named attack. I'm not gonna pronounce that. And then we see Emo looking towards it, and again, like, where's Brook, bro? Brook is freaking dead. Oh man, rest in peace, Brook, bro. Damn, this was a very short chapter. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if I dropped this chapter review last week, it would have been literally like 10 minutes long. What the heck? Anyways, Emo's looking at it, and Emo says, so that is it, the Nidhogg. It was here. It was here all along. Alright, yeah, that was a cold chapter. I mean, it didn't have that much in it. So I guess like, well, I'm not gonna say, I'm not gonna try to like justify me skipping last week, but you know, it's not that crazy. It wasn't that crazy of a chapter, but the art, beautiful, bro. Every Loki art just insane, bro. I'll give that chapter like a, it's like a 7 out of 10. I'm not gonna go as far as to say it's like a 6, but it's like a 7 out of 10. If you guys are watching this part to see my reaction to the previous chapter, you can now like go to the beginning of the video where I go over the next chapter, which is 1176. But if you're not going to go watch that, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for coming anyways. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.